Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the history of pandemics and the lessons we've learned from them. Across history, pandemics have sculpted civilizations and tested our resilience. These events offer crucial insights into our present challenges. Join me as we uncover these monumental struggles. We will examine the societal shifts in scientific breakthroughs. Understanding past pandemics helps us navigate today's complexities and better prepare for future challenges. In the mid-14th century, a shadow fell across the known world, a pestilence of terrifying ferocity, the Black Death. Carried along trade routes, this unseen destroyer caused by bacteria heralded an era of unprecedented mortality. The intricate web of human connection became a superhighway for a microscopic invader, one that respected no borders, no social strata, no age. The serene monasteries all became theaters of unimaginable loss. The devastation is difficult to comprehend. Estimates suggest it claimed 75 to 200 million lives, potentially halving Europe's population in a few short years. Entire villages silenced, fields left untended, and the vibrant hum of daily life replaced by an eerie quiet, broken only by the mournful tolling of bells and the rumble of death carts. The psychological impact was profound, shaking the foundations of their understanding of the world, faith, and their place within the natural order. Medieval society, with its rigid feudal structures, was ill-equipped to withstand such a blow. The massive depopulation led to labor shortages, empowering the surviving peasantry. Their labor became a scarce and valuable commodity. This newfound leverage allowed them to demand better wages and conditions, challenging the long-established feudal bonds. The old certainties began to crumble, making way for new social and economic possibilities. The Black Death acted as a harsh catalyst, accelerating change, reshaping the economic landscape of Europe. The echoes of this plague would reverberate for centuries, a stark reminder of nature's formidable power. As World War I ended in 1918, a new, invisible enemy emerged, the Spanish flu. It spread rapidly, infecting millions worldwide. Unlike typical flu, it struck healthy young adults. The global impact was staggering, with up to 100 million deaths. No corner of the globe was left untouched. The societal effects were profound. Chapter 3. A modern plague, the shadow of HIV/AIDS. In the latter part of the 20th century, a new and terrifying disease began to emerge from the shadows, one that would challenge not only medical science but also societal norms and prejudices. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, or AIDS, caused by the human immunodeficiency virus, HIV. First recognized in the early 1980s, this pandemic presented a unique set of challenges. Unlike airborne pathogens that spread rapidly through casual contact, HIV was transmitted through specific routes, primarily sexual contact, sharing of contaminated needles, and from mother to child, leading to complex social and ethical dilemmas. The initial response was often marked by fear, misinformation, and profound stigmatization. Because the disease first gained prominence among specific communities, notably gay men in Western countries, it became unjustly associated with lifestyle rather than recognized as a human pathogen that could affect anyone. This prejudice created significant barriers to public health efforts, hindering open discussion, discouraging testing, and isolating those who were infected or perceived to be at risk. The silence and denial surrounding AIDS in its early years allowed the virus to spread insidiously. The medical challenges were immense. HIV attacks the very immune system, designed to protect the body, leaving individuals vulnerable to a host of opportunistic infections and cancers. In the early years of the pandemic, an AIDS diagnosis was effectively a death sentence. Chapter 4. The Swine Flu Alert, a test of modern defenses. In the spring of 2009, the world's attention was suddenly captured by a new influenza strain, H1N1, popularly known as swine flu. Originating in Mexico, this novel virus, a complex reassortment of genetic material from human, avian, and swine influenza viruses, quickly spread across the globe, triggering the first influenza pandemic of the 21st century. Its emergence served as a critical test for the global health surveillance and response systems that had been strengthened in the wake of earlier threats like SARS and avian influenza H5N1. The memories of past pandemics, particularly the devastating Spanish flu, loomed large in the public consciousness. The international response was notably swift compared to historical outbreaks. The World Health Organization, WHO, played a central coordinating role, rapidly sharing information, issuing guidance, and eventually declaring a pandemic. Advances in virology and genetic sequencing allowed scientists to quickly identify and characterize the new virus, a crucial step in developing diagnostic tests and, importantly, a vaccine. This rapid scientific response was a testament to the progress made in molecular biology and global scientific collaboration over the preceding decades. Unlike the 1918 pandemic, this H1N1 strain, while highly transmissible, proved to be generally less severe in its overall impact for most healthy individuals. However, it did cause significant illness and mortality, particularly among younger age groups and individuals with underlying health conditions, a pattern somewhat reminiscent of the Spanish flu, though on a much smaller scale. Chapter 5: The Unfolding Present, COVID-19 and Our Interconnected World. And so we arrive at our most recent and indeed ongoing global confrontation with the pandemic, COVID-19. Caused by the novel coronavirus SARS-CoV-2, its emergence in late 2019 and subsequent rapid spread across the planet has irrevocably altered our world in ways we are still struggling to fully comprehend. This pandemic has served as the ultimate test of our preparedness, our scientific capabilities, our societal resilience, and our capacity for global cooperation in the face of an unprecedented modern health crisis. The echoes of past pandemics resonate with chilling clarity. The speed with which SARS-CoV-2 encircled the globe was a stark illustration of our profound interconnectedness. International travel, global supply chains, and the sheer density of human populations in urban centers facilitated its swift dissemination, turning localized outbreaks into a worldwide emergency within a matter of months. Governments and public health systems scrambled to respond, implementing a range of measures from lockdowns and travel restrictions to mask mandates and social distancing, interventions on a scale rarely seen outside of wartime. The scientific response, however, has been nothing short of extraordinary. Building on decades of research into coronaviruses and vaccine technology, scientists around the world mobilized with unprecedented speed. The genome of SARS-CoV-2 was sequenced and shared globally within weeks of its identification. This paved the way for the rapid development of diagnostic tests and, remarkably, multiple effective vaccines within a year, a process that historically might have taken a decade or more. Outro: The Unending Watch Lessons Forged in Crisis. Our journey through pandemics reveals a brutal dialogue between humanity and microbes. From the Black Death to COVID-19, these events shape our civilizations and science. Each pandemic forces us to